More stories from the courts now, but this time in Akwa Ibom State, where a high court sitting in Uyo, the state capital, has ordered the arrest of a professor accused of election fraud after he failed to appear in court. Professor Ignatius Uduk of the University of Uyo is facing charges of perjury and announcing false election results. TVC News' Miriam Daniels has the details.
It was a tense moment in court as Justice Basi Nkanang waited for the defendant and his lawyer, only for them to be absent. The judge gave them an hour's grace, but when the session resumed, there was still no sign of Professor Uduk. The prosecution, led by Clement Owewono, pushed for the professor's bail to be revoked, arguing that his repeated absence was a clear attempt to evade justice.
This matter was adjourned on the last date for judgment today. And as required in criminal matters, the accused or defendant was present in court. But as you saw, as you all saw, the defendant was not in court and his lawyer was also not in court until after it was stood down and the matter was called back again that a lawyer now stood in for for the defendant. But unfortunately, there was no tangible excuse given for his absence today. I was moved to apply for revocation of his bail, and his bill was revoked with certain conditions. Shortage to show cause. The defendant is to be arrested and brought to court on the next date.
A standing lawyer, Ndifreke Inyate, told the court that the defense counsel had messaged him, saying he was unwell and unable to appear. He also claimed that Professor Uduk was sick, a fact the judge acknowledged. But despite this, Justice Nkanang sided with the prosecution. He revoked the professor's bail, issued a fresh arrest warrant, and adjourned the case to February 5 for judgment.
The provision of the ACJ law of Akwa Ibom states that the trial could go on in the absence of a defendant, of an accused person standing trial, but there's a condition that he must have absented himself from trial twice before you could apply for warrant against him. So as our own stood today, he wasn't in court on the last day, being the 20th of November 2024, and since he wasn't there that day, and today again has absented himself, the law allows us under the provision of the SCJ to apply for warrant against him. That is warrant of arrest against him, and that was what we've done.
Professor Uduk was first arraigned in December 2020 after repeatedly failing to appear in court. He has pleaded not guilty to the charges, but the case has dragged on due to various delays, including a change of defense counsel and even the professor collapsing in court during cross-examination. Now, with an arrest warrant hanging over him again, all eyes are on what happens next. Miriam Daniels, TVC News, Uyo, Akwa Ibom State.